me girl copied my assignments and said grades didn't define us, so I let her define herself with an F. I've had a leech attached to my GPA since we started high school. My study buddy, Melissa. I'd spend 12 hours on an assignment. She'd spend 12 seconds photographing it. Thanks so much, bestie. You're literally the best, she'd say, already typing away on her phone. I remember sitting in class when she actually spoke to me. I was the quiet kid who usually ate lunch alone, and suddenly Melissa, the prettiest girl in class, was sliding into the seat next to me. She goes, OMG, I love your notes. I was shocked that someone like her even knew I existed, and when she first asked to compare answers, I thought I'd actually made a friend. Soon her pattern became clear. She'd show up 5 minutes before class and say, "You're seriously saving my life." Then she'd photograph my homework and disappear. It didn't really bother me until I looked up her Instagram one night after letting her copy my assignment. She posted a story of the A+ I got her, captioned, "You can't fake talent, hard work pays off." With over 3,000 followers, she probably didn't realize I was watching. I decided I needed to stop this, but I couldn't. When I started covering my papers, she'd tear up. I thought we were friends. My mom's been so sick, and keeping my grades up is the only thing making her happy. When that stopped working, she switched to, "Why are you being so selfish? It's not like sharing answers hurts you. Grades don't even define us anyway." I gave in every time, but I knew it was bad news. The literal night I'd finished our massive science project, 30 pages, 2 weeks of work, Melissa showed up crying about her sick grandmother. "You're literally the only real friend I have." I caved once again and let her photograph it. Not even an hour later, she posted, "Finally done. Good grades aren't for the weak." I knew I had to stop this time no matter what, but then I got the email. "Academic integrity violation. Report to office immediately." I walked in after class the next day, to our assistant principal waiting for me. "Care to explain this?" I was confused until I saw the names. Melissa and 5 of her friends, all handed in essays identical to mine. "But I wrote that," he sighed, not believing me at all. "That's not what I'm hearing. Melissa told me she's been letting you copy her work all semester out of pity. She showed me texts where you begged for help. She says she shared her project with friends, and you must have stolen it from one of them." I could feel the rage boiling inside of me. That's when I decided everyone needed to know how dumb she really was. I had to spend days proving my innocence, showing drafts, timestamps, research notes from months back. Mr. Clay finally let me off the hook, but warned me this was a serious breach of trust between students. The next day I found Melissa before our chemistry final exam. "Hey, Mr. Clay was saying something weird about people copying, something about checking our tests more carefully." I played dumb, but I could see the color draining from her face. "Oh my god, what did he say exactly?" I shrugged as innocently as I could. "I don't know, but he mentioned something about similar answers. Let's just make sure we hand in our tests at different times now. You should probably go up first since everyone knows you're the smartest in the class," I said with a big smile. She relaxed, thinking I had no idea what she'd done. "Yeah, totally. Thanks for the heads up, bestie." That morning she posted, "About to ace this chemistry final. When you understand the material, tests are easy." Perfect. It was go time. I took my usual spot, and just like I expected, Melissa strutted in late, caramel latte in hand. "Bestie," she squealed. "Thanks for saving my seat." We got our tests, and I worked through questions methodically. I made sure to position my answer sheet so she could see, winking at her in the process. She ate it up. She copied every answer, barely even trying to hide it. Then, at question 75, I put my pencil down. Melissa stood up to hand her test in, ready to get her perfect score and pass the class without doing any actual work. Then she sat back down with a huge smile, and I made the switch. Retrieved my real sheet, slipped the decoy away. Then I began erasing and changing every answer. A became D, B became C. The moment she noticed, her fake smile started to die. She watched me erase 75 completely wrong answers. Then, the realization hit. She didn't hand in any of the right answers. "What are you doing?" she hissed. I kept erasing. Her panic was delicious. All that fake friendship meant she'd learned nothing. Her makeup started running. Our teacher heard her crying and stood up, and I could barely contain my laughter. She couldn't even threaten to expose me. How would she explain that the girl who copies her work wasn't letting her copy her test? I scored 94. Melissa scored 8 out of 100. Mr. Clay called it statistically impossible without deliberately failing. They investigated every student for